sorry. Have to keep it short. I'm actually on the Sandburg speech team. I recently joined doing poetry and also this oratory thing. But it's fun. I really like it. I'm actually missing a meet tonight, but it's worth it. So, right now, this is entitled I Do by Andre Gibson. Ba 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 dang 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 ding dong ding I do did ba 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 dang 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 ding dong ding I do. But everyone says we can't, because you're a girl and I'm a girl, or at least something close. So the most we can hope for is an uncivil union of Vermont, but I want church bells. I want rosary beads. I want Jesus on his knees. I want to walk down that aisle, see the patriarchy smile. That's not true. But I do want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I want to know that 50 years from now, when you're in a hospital room getting ready to die, when visiting hours are for family members only, I want to know that they'll let me in, to say goodbye. Because I've been 50 years memorizing how the lines beneath your eyes form rivers when you cry, and I've held my hand like an ocean at your cheek saying, baby, flow to me. Because 50 years I've watched you grow with me, 50 years of you never letting go of me through nightmares and dreams and everything in between, from the day I said, buy me a ring. Buy me a ring that will turn my finger green so I can imagine our love as a forest. I want to get lost in you. And I swear, I grew like a flower every hour of the 50 years I was with you. And that's not to say we didn't have bad days. Like the day you said, that checkout girl was so sweet, and I said, I'd like to hit that checkout clerk, and you said, baby, that's not funny. I said, baby, maybe if you could take a joke every now and then. So I slept on the couch that night. But when morning came, you were laughing. Yeah, there were times we were both half in and half out the door, but I never needed more than the stars of your grin to guide me home. For 50 years, you were my favorite poem, and I'd read you every night knowing I might never understand every word. But that's okay. Because the lines of you were the closest thing to holy I'd ever heard. You'd say, this kind of love has to be a verb. We are paint on a slick canvas. It's going to take a whole lot to stick, but when we do, we'll be a masterpiece, and we were. From the beginning, living in towns that frowned at our hand-holding, folding up their stares like hate notes in our pockets so we could pretend they weren't there. You said fear is only a verb if you let it be. Don't you dare let go of my hand. That was my favorite line. That and the time we saw two boys kissing on the streets in Kansas. And we both broke down crying because it was Kansas. And what are the chances of seeing anything but corn in Kansas? We were born again that day. I cut your chord and you cut mine, and the chords of time played like a concerto of hope. Like we could feel the rope unwind, feel the noose of hate loosening from years of people like you aren't welcome here. People like you cannot work here. People like you cannot adopt. So we had lots of cats and dogs, and even once a couple of monkeys. You taught to sing, hey, hey, we're the monkeys. You were crazy like that, and I was crazy about you. On nights you couldn't sleep, I lay awake for hours counting sheep for you, and you would rewrite the rhythm of my heartbeat with the way you held me in the morning, resting your head on my chest, and I swear, my breath turned silver the day your hair did. I swear marigolds grew in the folds of my eyelids the first time I saw you, and they bloomed the first time I saw you dance to the tune of our kitchen kettle in our living room. In a world that could have left us as hard as metal, we were as soft as nostalgia together. For 50 years, we feathered wings too wide to be prey, and we flew through days strong, through days as fragile as sandcastles at high tide, and you would fold your love into an origami firefly and throw it through my passageways until all my hidden chambers were filled with lanterns. Now, every trap door, every pore of my heart is open because of you, because of us, so I do. I want to be in that room with you. And when visiting hours are for family members only, I want to know that they'll let me in. I want to know that they'll let me hold you while I sing. Ba 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 ba, baby, I'm so in love with you. Ba 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 ba, ding 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 dong ding. Goodbye. Thank you.